What is going on, everybody? Another live stream courtesy of Pick the Odds. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Gonna quickly start, as always, by getting a little promo up for the boys, get as many people in here as possible, and we are going to get underway shortly. We have a massive MLB slate. As we can see, we have a lot of live going on, so we're gonna do some live betting, we do some live arbitrage, and we're going to find some plays in the later games. So we'll get started in just a second here. Just gotta get the promo going, and while I get the promo going, I've got to change my banner because you can access Pick the Odds for 100% free at picktheodds.app. Join for the free version. There are some limitations to the version, but all of the features work as designed in the free version of the tool. So make sure that you get in the free version so we can find some good bets together. We're going to find some plays so we can sweat live together. We're going to talk ball, and we're going to have a fantastic stream. One more little tweet mentioning that we're live, and we can get started here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Live now. All right, boys, let's do it. First things first. Oh, we got a strikeout going on right there. This is a relatively new feature here with some of these animations that Pick the Odds has, which is fun. I'm going to go through my build in a second, but let's start off giving the boys maybe a quick ARB. Let's see if we can find a quick risk-free way to get in, get the day started, get the juices flowing, showcase how quickly and easily you can find ARBs. Ideally, we don't find the live, we find a pregame, just for speed purposes, and right here. If you're a B365 user as well as a FanDuel user, there, I'm going to pause because hopefully you guys can get in. I'll pull up the screens as well. Where do we go? B365 FanDuel. Chad Patrick earned outs, 6.1%. You can make yourself a free 30.45 by betting $299.83 on the minus 130 at B365 and 217 on the plus 165 at FanDuel. If you click this open two links button, you pull up in one screen, Bet365, and in the other screen, FanDuel pulls up immediately. You see the plus 165 at FanDuel. You type in your bet amount. I don't have access to B365, so I can't take this ARB, but I know these are two very popular books for a lot of like rec bettors and in a lot of states. It doesn't show up right away on B365. They sometimes have a very annoying interface, but if we go to, what was it, pitcher outs? It was pitcher outs. So we can just control F, pitcher outs. On most books, you don't have to do this with Pick the Odds. It goes right to the bet slip. But boom, there's that minus 130. So you bet that minus 130 with the numbers PTO told you. Bet this plus 165. And if you have the bankroll, of course, you can go as high as you want for this ARB. But we'll say if you have almost $500 laying around, a little bit on 500 flat, you make yourself $30 in 20 seconds. So I'll give you some time to get that in. If you have these two accounts, if you want to say if you have more bankroll, you can make a free 152. Pay for your first month of PTO and never look back. So this is if you have 2,500 laying around, a free 150-17 via Pick the Odds. These numbers are still available. I literally just pulled them up. So hopefully you guys can start profiting and start the stream on a great note with a free $152 if your bankroll allows at this point. Give you guys another quick second to get that in. X out of FanDuel and B365. We're going to find some bets that we're going to sweat together. We're going to find some live. We're going to find some pregame. But there's a quick ARB for the boys. So I hope you guys got in a free 150. Make sure to bet like a home run parlay on both accounts just to, for a couple bucks, maybe make your profit only 140, $5 on each, just to, keep that square going within the accounts. But a 1.6%, a 6.1% ARB that quickly is absolutely amazing. So back to my EV calcs. I'm going to run through a quick run through, see if we can find anything live. I'm not going to pause because if we're betting live, we're going to have to be quick. This is actually still pregame. Game starts at 3 minutes, but we're seeing some value here. 14.1% to FanDuel on Chad Patrick earned outs. If you have B365, much better number. So even though the ARB right there was free, there still is some EV, but I'm gonna ignore this because I'm gonna hope that you guys took advantage of that free ARB. So we'll pretend that this line doesn't exist because we don't even need the expected value on, to win $50, which I'm set at here. You can just get it. Athletics live plus 2.5. That's a good number. A couple of games starting also in like 5 minutes. So let's find a play here. Tyone 4.5 Ks at DraftKings. I think DraftKings is a little bit sharper on strikeouts, honestly. So I don't know. I want to weigh that, but let's keep going here. Maybe there's something we could find. We're definitely going to find stuff throughout the game. Don't get me wrong. Alana Smith rebounds 3.5% at MGM plus 120. Market average is minus 101. Plus even odds at Novig 105 DK. No liquidity, not a lot of liquidity at Profit X or at Novig though. On either side, though, 414 and 355 is solid for the WNBA prop, but not ideal. Keep going here. We got a little tennis that's free. Under 7, Tyone Fromber Valdez. From a matchup perspective, don't love that number, but I'm curious what the market is saying. Let's go. Toss it out. I guess we'll find out at a later date. Is plus 2.5. Still around at Yankee Stadium. A little team total WNBA at 2.5% to Penny. Where'd it go? Moved it. But here another. So we're moving so constantly. So much EV to bet. From my customized calcs, which I'll go through in a little bit. The Red Sox tied this 1-2-2. Total under 7 here. That's to both sport trades into Penny at plus 130 is showing value. We saw that before, but it wasn't popping up. A 27.8% expected value play here on a live tennis. Let's see how quickly that. Yep, that one shifted too quick. Happens. Live EV like that is not going to stay around forever, especially in tennis. If that event was happening now, DK is not even populating. Odds moved out of our favor. Boston money line at plus 110 now is EV after they tied it up. That's interesting. I'm taking this. Let's see if it's still there. If it's still there, it'll populate right there. I got to log back in. Plus 110. I'm taking that. So we'll go back to PTO for you guys. I'm logging in quick. Sometimes it takes a while. PTO is lagging. There we go. Let's go. See if I can get in quick. And we're going to sweat some Boston first 5. Oh, my God. Making me verify DraftKings. I was logged in yesterday. 414. This is the time, man. This is the time. Got to be logged into your accounts early, bro, when you're going to sit down in this session. Still lagging on me. Checking location. It's not going to let me get into this. I should have logged in prior. Oh, man. Can't locate me. Come on. Just because I'm on stream doesn't mean you can't locate me. The game it's suspended now. Oh, it's back up. Oh, it's at minus 110. So I can't even get in. Hopefully you guys got in at 110. DK location is screwing me out of a good play. That is annoying, but that's also my fault for not being logged in pre-stream. Yeah, it's still, I'm on the DK page. It's not locating me. So, all right, we'll I'll see if I can get that put to another window and just see if it'll eventually do that. But we'll get back to the mission here and finding some stuff. So let's go to the odds screen. Let's just take a look around the market. Yep, long gone. Okay, log me on the other screen. So we're good on DK. I'll be able to get some stuff in on DK for the boys. Back to the odds screen. Let's see what's going on in these MLB games. Cardinals are having their way with the Guardians. 5-0, bottom 7. Nothing fun there. Braves out to an early 1-0 lead. That's solid. Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead against Taj Bradley. Tied up here. Pirates, man. The Mets are on such a downfall. I saw that they had a players only meeting, or they scheduled one. Ideally, they, if they had it, and this is what they're putting out after that players only meeting, then it seems like they might need to have another one. But if it's not until tonight, then it's definitely more than needed because they're down 5-0 to the Pirates. Mataz getting lit up, it looks like, first and third as well. That is That's not great for any NYM backers this morning. I didn't catch what that was pregame, so we can, of course, find out. But these games are all about to start. White Sox and Giants, Rockies, Brewers, and Cubs, Astros are all about to start. Yankees only 1-0, keeping that under streak alive. Got Stroman going, and Padres, Reds. Excuse me. Let's pull this one up. The Padres have not been able to do anything too good in that first game of the series. Almost getting completely shut out. What did they do last night? They ended up winning that game yesterday. Okay. Padres are plus money. I mean, listen, I want to see some positive EV there. Like, I'm not seeing a ton on some of the books I could take, but the fact that they're plus money, it's got to run around second. We're going to monitor this one because I think a Padres pre-gamer spot that I was looking at, and maybe we can find a price. I mean, it's annoying that they just got to run around second there. TK minus 105 at MGM is looking like the best for the more recreational books, though. If you do have Wind Creek plus 125 for market average of minus 106 is definitely worth a look. You can pull up the play-by-play here. So we have Lodolo pitching. We had Elias Diaz with a strikeout, and Luis Ariz looks like he put one in the gap and left. Gone second. Who's batting right now? Also popular. Well, we could see the box score. We bats after Ariz. We got Machado. Okay, so they're leading off Ariz today. Nando's batting fourth. They had to mix up that order. I mean, the fact that Ariz is still batting leadoff, like, I was talking about this with some ball knowers the other day. Luis Ariz, I think it's like well known in like the analytics community that like he really is not a good baseball player, despite him being a good baseball player. It's a very tough conundrum. Like, of course, he's a batting champ multiple times in both leagues. He gets on base, but he doesn't do anything like too great, and he's only a one-tool player. Only hits. Not a good fielder. Does not have speed. Not have a good arm. And we got a walk there, so if only we were able to get in when we wanted to here. But he is somebody who should be batting at the back of the order because, yeah, he's going to make contact, but it doesn't matter how you get on base. And singles are the worst positive outcome for a hitter. All you're doing is getting to first. And if you're not driving in runs and you're not stealing bags, it's not overall like a valuable proposition. So I think Ariz would actually be great in like a 9-hole or like an 8-hole. Like maybe use that, contact to your advantage. Maybe get some sacrifice flies, some sacrifice ground outs. You're going to have the ball put in play in those like higher leverage situations. So that's always better than striking out. Of course, he's not somebody you rely on to like produce runs or hit home runs and clear the bases. But in that same vein, why him getting on base isn't as valuable, and maybe he should have a shot to knock some guys in. So that's just a little spiel there on Luis Ariz. A guy who I love, by the way. I know it obviously sounds like a big hater there, but facts are facts. Let's go to Boston, Toronto. Maybe we could find another entry. Yeah, this is plus 110 when I pulled that up, and now we're all the way up minus 145. Annoying. We could have got that if my DK wasn't not telling me that I was in New York, which I currently am. But I started Eric Lauer in fantasy in a must-win. Just gotten out there, so hoping he doesn't get shellacked. What's going on in Baltimore? Get out of it. Only allowing 1 for Taj. Let's pull up this box score, play-by-play, and see what Taj has been going through here. Boyano double. Cowser knocked him in. Pop out, line out, and then Kobe Mayo just got out. This right side here is always slow to populate, but this here is faster than ESPN, any sports book, anything. And speaking of ESPN, Tampa plus 160 at ESPN bet. Don't mind if I do. I'm pulling it up. ESPN is also an annoying one with their linking features. Sometimes for me, it does not pull up. That's definitely a me problem. But right here, Tampa plus 160. This is worth betting. I'm gonna not share that tab so I could log in, but I'm taking Tampa live. So we now have Tampa live. Let's see, can we track this with PTO? Their bet tracker is That's the line history there. Your bet tracker is still in beta, but when that feature comes out, it's going to be amazing. So absolutely looking forward to that. All right. Mets Pirates. This one can't be first and third anyway. Yeah, the Mets got out of that. Only allowing one. Money line. Mets. I'm not touching the Mets, man. The way that they're playing, 6-0 in Pittsburgh already, a 2-0, 2-2 count. I don't trust the Amazons right now. They're absolutely not amazing right now. Okay, so they got out here. What happened? Jackson K swinging, my brother. Come on, Jackson. Come on. Obviously, Lodolo was a little bit filthy, but Jackson Merrill, a little left on left. Looks like Lodolo got the best of him there. Let's see if Nando can break this one open or give us some better value, because I'm definitely going to pounce depending on if we can get some good odds compared to the market here on the Padres. So we have the Rays locked in. Maybe if we can get Boston. Oh, okay. Got out of that inning. As you see, inning's over. Let's see how this money line shifts. Okay. Sport Trade New Jersey plus 135, but that's a good book that I DVig with, so kind of scared of me. DK, MGM, FanDuel hanging. Okay. Now we're getting changed. Plus 130 at MGM. Plus 130 at Rivers. I'm gonna sit tight, but I'm interested. Runner gets on for Boston. What happened here? Roman Gonzalez fly out deep right, and then Roman Anthony, the Rook. The Rook is heating up, boys. He's heating up. He's had a great batted ball profile prior to kind of coming out a little bit now and hitting really well. And he was getting very unlucky, but now that he's, getting, I guess, normalized luck, variance coming back in his direction, he's been popping off. He's really, really good. I wouldn't sleep on him at all. And I'm sad that a first five money line is not there anymore. We're going to go back to the EV screen just to find the outright EV in a second. But as an Eric Lauer supporter for the remainder of this one, just for fantasy purposes, let's see what goes on. Been a 1-1 count for a second, 1-2. There we go. See if Lauer's got a K in his bag. He's not a huge K guy, but it'd be nice if he could pull one out for the boys. He did have a very nice K game the other day. Rays money line went. I'm looking at Rays money line as well. Went down to plus 150. That plus 160 was a good look, but now it's back to plus 180 at ESPN. So that could be worthwhile. I'm not looking at the entire board, so I don't want to, make any calls like the rest of the market, but. And at plus 160, and we shall see. A little bit of a battle here. Boston went down quickly on that market average. Are we going to see an update quickly for 2 outs? Because that would be ideal. We shall see. Minus 149. This went down at Penny, so maybe there is some action on Toronto. I think this was a pretty pregame back and forth in the market. Let's see. So this is as the game went on, but this is pregame. This is when the Blue Jays scored early. So this is pregame. Scrolling over. Now they're looking like some love to Boston on the full game. As you see, the price goes down, but then they shot right up as they started to score early. We can circle out circa. Definitely some love on Boston there. Novig showing the same thing. Penny showing the same thing as well. So Blue Jays opened early. Boston money was definitely taken. So if we can get in on a Boston spot, 2 outs. Sacks, we literally had that minus 110 in our, at least I hope you guys got it. I had it in my bet slip, but nothing came into fruition. Shout out to Cap in the chat. Yo, what's popping, my brother? Thank you for hopping in. Picktheodds.app. Bet some free game and live EV and ARBs. We'll go back to the EV screen after this AB, but I want to see how this is moving, because this is moving kind of in the same time frame as the live data, which is an amazing point of Pick the Odds, is how quickly their app updates. This is like 2 pitches ahead of ESPN, and the odds movements are as quick as like 1.3 seconds, I want to say. So that's as good as it gets. 0-2 count. I just say 1-2 before. I could be tripping. Tavares went yard in his first AB, so Let's see if he can get him this time. Let's go Eric Lauer. Let's do it for the boys, and maybe we could find a Boston spot, but we will check the. Okay, went up to minus 118. This was like before this actually ended up happening. So let's see if this is an indicator of a third out, or how does that bet transpires. It'd be nice if we see a 3 pop up. So we get that 0-3, aka rung up. I'm assuming he probably fouled the pitch off. It's been a little bit. We had a strike looking, a strike swinging. This populates as well to show us what exactly has happened. You can see pitch speed of the pitch. You could see the entire plate appearance, which is really, really cool. All in the same interface, so you don't have to be going back and forth. You can literally watch the game as it's going on. And yep, call that foul ball. This is always, again, a little bit quicker than here, which is just makes sense for it to be. This went down, shot down, third out. Okay, so not a spot to get in based on what we were looking at before, but we'll find out. Let's go to the EV screen. The entire EV screen is entirely customizable. I spent a lot of time on the last stream going over my builds. So if you guys want to re-see the build, I will go into those features for you guys. All right, live over 9.5 key number. Boston money line first 5 is plus 24 at DK. Okay, I'm taking this. I am looking at DK. It's in. I just bet it, boys. I just bet it. Boston first 5 money line. It's top 4. This is as you see, a 10% EV. Take that, because that's not a 3-way. If they end up 0-0, they push. So that is like a good look. This is not a 3-way market. And this indicator here, this is a big thing to show, like how this is red. This means that like it's literally in the middle of bat and pitches are being thrown. But when it's like this, it indicates that the game is live, but there is a stoppage in play. As we know, that's happening now in Boston, because we were right on top of that whole time. And that was a snipe, boys. That was a snipe. We can pull up the rest of the market here, but to penny and sport trade, minus 111 is the market average, and that's like a mistake line. It's still up. I just hit it again. I'm in Boston first 5, boys. So now we will sweat that. Hope you guys got in. If you made that risk-free ARB, of course, you probably have to wait for that cash to actually come through, because that game just started. But you got a free 150 or so, assuming you took some fun parlays just to get the account clean as well. Maybe make it we'll call it 130. And hopefully we add on to that with Boston. But I'm in. Boston, first 5, money line. We're sweating, boys. We'll go back to that shortly. Scoobs. Where'd Scoobs go? Rivers, though. I don't know how many people have Rivers accounts. 5.8% EV to FanDuel, penny, and circa on a strikeout prop for Tarik Skubal pitching on Sunday Night Baseball. I cannot wait for that. Watch greatness. Best pitcher of the last 2 years. Market average minus 138. If you have a Unibet account, you actually have the best price. Minus 144, minus 140, minus 42, minus 124 at Profit X with good liquidity as well. If you have a Rivers, I'd play. If they did not limit me, I'd be betting it as well. But boom, it's off the board. Hopefully you guys got in, but Rivers definitely just made a move there. Cleveland in the inning. I'm guessing this is plus half a run, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Alana Smith Bounds is still there. I've been getting a little bit cooked on WNBA. I'm not going to lie, chat. So my not loving my EV calcs there. And the best part about PTO, and this is a good teaching point here. And you can try all this and do this with me for free at picktheodds.app. But this is my filters for my EV calcs. You can go into leagues directly. You can click the advanced filter, and for I'll backtrack a second. So basketball, advanced filter, NBA, WNBA, summer league, different leagues as well. College basketball, it's there. Some Olympics. you can go into WNBA filters and you can set specific distributions for the WNBA itself. So you can have your own custom EV calcs for baseball, for not just for the NBA, of course, no NBA left, for your WNBA, for these different sports entirely. I just want to see, am I on my test filter? Because I don't want to accidentally mess it up, which would be quick to change, of course, but obviously on stream, I want to keep it to the action. Let's see, I'm keeping Boss money line in the slip. It's minus 125 now, boys. Of course, we have a lot to go on. Of course, they still have to score. Need to get 5 more outs there, but I'm just saying we got a plus 125. That's now minus 125, and we were mad about a plus 110 before, so looks like we did some good work. All right, so I'll go back to show you this quickly here. Leagues, football, ice hockey, baseball. Again, you can customize by league, and you can also customize by bet type, which I've done. So you can have the filters here. So let's say we want to go advanced filter for just points props. We can create our own expected value calculation for just points props. Now I'm looking at the NBA now, just because it's not live, of course, and I don't want to personally be doing some. Oh, Sox down to minus 140. But this is my overall distribution for my formula, my general formula. I have a flat stake to 50 just for the ease of the stream. Minimum of 2 books. I'm sorting the page by ROI percentage. With weight, I have it at static, but I can make it dynamic and set that for each sports book. And that is a very amazing feature. And if you have any questions about anything on PTO when you're using it, these are all video links. I'll just pull one up that is literally a learn video all around like 35 to a minute and a half max. So all quickly done. I'll explain the functionality for you immediately. So that is an amazing feature as well. Throw a lot of stuff at you, all amazing stuff, and all things to help you maximize your usage of the tool, which is just amazing. Ace plus 3.5. Obviously a tough situation there. Oh, this is Cleveland's team total. Score 1 and 2 innings, 6 outs to do so. I mean, I know they wasted all their runs yesterday. Red Sox money line is currently suspended on DK. Let's go back to the odds screen. Let's see what's going on live over there. Got a runner on. All right, now we sweat, boys. Let's pull it up. George Springer, Walker Buehler. I think we're in for one. We're in for a sweat. There's nothing wrong with the sweat. Still Boston minus 140. We got plus 125. 1-0 count. Who got on? We have a Nathan Lucas single to shortstop. Interesting. 2-0 count. Come on, Buehler. Can't lose him here, kid. Cannot lose him. We have a first 5 sweat. Two one. How are we pitching him? First pitch cutter off the dish. We'll see. This is again a little bit slower to populate, but this is the money page here. This is where we see in seriousness what we got to have going on. This is updates again quicker than ESPN, quicker than if you're watching on MLB TV, probably quicker than cable. Only place it could be quicker is the ballpark, realistically. 2-2. So we had a ball, a strike looking, and then now we have the other pitch come in right now. Sox minus 132 live, but that moved down. Let's pull up the chart here. A lot of interesting motion on Novig, unavailable for Circa, Penny. That's the Blue Jays. Makes sense. Bopping back and forth. Boy, this is full game as well. So let's pull up first 5 and see where we're going with here. Boston minus 200, 3-2 count, minus 75 lift. So we did a good job there, guys. To confirm, we got it at plus 124 on Boston first 5 money line. And we are susceptible to a push, which is not the end of the world ever. Some movement there. 3-2 pitch. Walked him. Okay, first and second. We have a massive sweat, fam. That's Pirates. That's not going. What happened here? Top 4 in Tampa. Plus 159. Poly market the best at plus 170. Only penny at plus 158, so I don't really want to take the raise. Let's check the first 5. Plus 310 at DK. Points bet. If you have a points bet account, plus 350, I would absolutely bet that. Plus 310. If it's better than penny, I'd probably play it, but it's right on line with penny for a raise first 5. Let's go back to the sweat we have going. What happened here? So we walked Lucas to second. I guess this will populate in a second. Live data, so I don't think there is a manager visit or anything like that. Only 50 pitches for Bueller, it's looking like. Jimenez into the box. Let's see how Bueller's doing. 3.2, 3 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Left 2 dingers already. Okay, first 5. Let's go back to it. Minus 118 for Boston. So we still had a good price. I'm confused. 2-0, man. What's going on? What's going on here? Jimenez taking pitches, man. What is going on? Just saw a nice little influx of people in the stream. Appreciate you guys hopping in. We're sweating Boston first 5 right now. 3-0 count. Blue Jays looking like they're going to load the bases in top 4. We're seeing it move live. Penny minus 103. We still have value as it stands at plus 124, even though obviously the game situation is not playing in our favor. Cutter off the dish, then 2 fastballs. Spit on. Gotta get me over strike, so we at least are back and live at the very least. Let's see. 3-2. 3-2. We have a full count. Just want to also say, if anybody did not catch that Taporia fight last night, you guys missed out, man. You missed out on watching greatness in action last night. That was absolutely insane. I was a big Ilya backer last night. I was not shocked to see it. Oh, no. Market went down. What's happening? 3-2 pitch. Don't hit one in the gap, Jimenez. Don't hit one in the gap, kid. Time to nut up Walker. Okay, some movement there back on Boston. I don't know if that's just general movement or indication of what is to come on this pitch. Foul ball could be possible as well. Could be possible as well. Okay, we're seeing some droppage. I'm assuming there's multiple foul balls at this point. First and third, 3-2. No. Boston first 5 is as high as plus 315. That one is a tough one. Tough one. We are not dead. Plus 390 at DraftKings. Best in market. I'm going to just play it, to be honest with you. If you click that and click that, DraftKings is pulled up. I have it on my other monitor there because it was not working. I'm going to play a little plus 390. I'm already in too deep. What's another sprinkle going to do on some plus EV first 5? Down a run with only 6 outs to go, but I'm dying on the hill, boys. I'm dying on the hill. The market average is 290. $2.0 count. It's probably even going up. Let's see. It's still 390 at DK. Other books are definitely going to be getting up as well. I put another little bit on it, to be honest. I'm strapped in. Plus 124 now, plus 390. If we don't pull this one out, it is all in the game. Two one. So Jimenez singles to deep right field. Only a single to deep right field. Second and third, they got a little steal going action. Never good if you walk it without bases loaded. And this was probably chalked chat. But it's all good. We'll find some more EV. We could sweat this. Three-two. One more pitch. Yankees put up a 5 spot in that bottom half of the inning. Good thing we didn't touch the A's. The Orioles still 1-0. The Padres got up 1-0. Damn it. Missed that. White Sox up 1-0. Houston, Chicago is now live as well. That is still a 0-0 ball game. We'll pull up and you walk them. All right. Watching the game has been bad juju. Let's go find an EV play. It's been a bad juju. SMH. All right, I'm not betting the Guardians. Under at this point now, minus 130, 10% EV. Everything's going to be live and moving quickly. So obviously there are some games left. Some B365, WNBA, Tina Charles. Mets team total over 2.5 with runners on. That's an interesting one. 3.3% EV. Toronto 0-1. Okay. Houston, first 5 money line, minus 120 against Tyone. Already 31 pitches. Oh, and click that and go right to MGM, 3.1%. Let's look at the market quickly. Minus 120. Best in market, Houston. Right there. Could be worthwhile in the first 5 home team. That is definitely interesting and playable if you have an MGM account, and if you are not limited there, try to avoid limits there. That is a very valuable account. 2-1 bases loaded. Total, there's already 5 runs, under 11.5 at DK. That one, though, I think just moved real quick. I don't know if the inning ended or if DK just adjusted real quickly. Sorry about that, chat. Quick little network update, but we're good. We're back. Let's go back to here for the sweat. Walker Buehler, man, don't walk in a run. Don't do it to me. Boston first 5s are already probably absolutely cooked. Got in at 3 different prices. 3-2 pitch, walked in a run, 4-2. All right, that is dead. Dead as a doornail. Unfortunate. Padres, had they score, they had to rise at second. They probably just manufactured, I'm assuming. They had the Diaz strikeout. That was top 4. It had to have happened in top 3, I'm assuming. That was top 4. They had the Diaz strikeout, a Cronenworth strikeout. Other way. Bogarts lit off the inning with a home run. Sheets single, advanced to second, but was thrown out at third. I guess a little league play going on there. Iglesias forced out. I'm not even sure what's going on here, honestly. I'm seeing like 5 outs. That's an out. That's an out. That's an out. That's an out. Okay. Well, Bogarts went yard is the moral of the story. And that's the 1-0 lead that we have for the Padres in Cincinnati. Orioles, Rays. Plus 220 best on TV overall, full game money line, down 1-0. Looks like Mr. Kremer's doing pretty well. I picked him up today and streamed him for fantasy in a must win. Scary proposition with guys like that who can get absolutely shelled, but he's got 14. He's got 5Ks so far. Lauer's got me 3 points, which is not ideal, but I need it. He's got Suarez with 10 already and Tyone with 2, who's just getting started, but I do have a little bit of cushion. O'Neal Cruz went yard. That's good for me. Very nice. Oneil Cruz is so freaking frustrating, as I'm sure you guys know if you're big football fans. Maybe we could find an ARB to make up for that L, maybe a pregame. I don't know how much liquidity there is there. This is all live. I don't know how much liquidity there is. 262 right there. Of course, PTO shows us, but things are moving. A lot of everything. So much stuff on the slate today is live, especially like the MLB. So we had that 6.1% ARB. That was great. Back to EV. This is the default. I have my own customizations here. Total points for the fourth inning, under. Interesting. Not a ton of stuff popping up. Chicago under 2.5. Fromber on the bump. That could be worthwhile. Where'd that go? Let's get a pause going so we can maybe capitalize on some games that aren't live, that are live, but like in a delay. Colorado moneyline first 5. Chad Patrick, that's the king of our ARB right there from earlier. Los Angeles team total first 5. This game has not started yet. Plus 105. 2 bookmaker and penny, some EV market average minus 111. That's the first 5 against Mitchell Parker. That could be a good look. That could be a good look. Not a lot of big EV right now live, according to my calculations. Of course, if you guys have different calcs, which you can create your own customized EV calcs going to picktheodds.app, you can find some more stuff there. So that's the odds screen. Stephen Kolek keeping the Reds bats in order there. Stroman, good start against a bad team. Natural for him. Can never say never with this Boston bet. Obviously, first 5 is probably crazy. We did get some decent looks there, but they let up those 2, which was just so unfortunate. I'm curious what the market's at now. I'm going to be sad. Yeah, plus 800. Bro, I mean, listen. I'm in at plus 124. You know what they say. If you love it at plus 124, you got to love it at plus 800. I'm taking it, man. I'll live and die by the Sox at this point in the first 5. Obviously not risking anything crazy. I see some expected value based on the market for the live first 5 ML. Blue Jays, Eric Lauer. I mean, the Red Sox we know can stink, and they have. But last time they put up a 2 spot. It wasn't inning later. And I'll definitely take a push here. Let's see how that inning transpired at the end. You had okay, I think we started at the top here. A line out, a ground out, a single. This is all with 2 outs, as we knew, which is just like so frustrating. Line out, ground out, single, steal, or walk, single, walk. Can't get anything done there. Who's but for the Sox? We have Trevor Story at bat. Obviously, Trevor Story has been pretty dog water this year. So hard to be excited, but he is 1 hit today, so hopefully he keeps that going. We just need ducks on the pond, man. We don't need a solo shot. We don't need anything crazy. We just need some ducks on the pond for this first 5 ML. 2-1 count. Market average is 499. I mean, the 850, the 124, the whatever I took, I think it was like a 550. I'll pull it up right now. It was at 800, in at 390, and in at plus 124. The Trevor Story gets out, so now I'm done. I'm calling it. I'm tapping out. I have the plays I have, and I'll let those go. Hopefully these are like a nice account. Keep the accounts open, betting some square live stuff, even though a lot of market value. But I don't even want to look at that chart, man. We see it happening between our own eyes. The Orioles not threatening anybody in the Rays game. The Phillies with a little comeback there, 1-1 game, tie it up. Looks like they're producing runs. 0-1 count, man. Who's up after Story? Jaron Duran. The fact that he's batting 1, 2, 3, 4, bro, it's so sad. Red Sox are so crappy, man. Duran, you're supposed to be the guy, lead off, cranking. Can't do anything. They strike out way too much. 1-1 count. 1-2 count. Can't say I'm shocked. Can't say I'm shocked. At this point, I want the units, but if I'm not going to get the units, I'll take the fantasy points and hopefully improve. Got to be 7-7 with the 4th most points in the league, and I'm sitting in 6th place, which now doesn't sound that bad. But coming into this week, if I would have lost, would have been very frustrating. And I definitely still can lose. He's got Suarez, who's pitching like a stud. He's still got Tyone, who's got early in his game. This kid's team is amazing, so it could always go off. But I have a little bit of a cushion here. My bats need to wake up. 2-2. Come on, Duran. Dodgers Royals is delayed. I didn't see why. Got 2 players in there, though, and these guys aren't doing crap. I think this could be a Dubinsky, and that's a strikeout for Duran. You saw that. That went 2-3. Second out populates 1,200. I'm not getting in. I'm admitting defeat. I'm calling it an L. I'll chalk it up if it becomes a fun one and a fun, nice backdoor cover, sweat, push, anything. I will gladly take that. But, I mean, listen, the Blue Jays did all that damage to score 2 with 2 outs. So we need the Sox to take a page out of their book with Ceddanne Rafaela up. I can't say I'm too confident, man. Part of the order will they get? So we got Rafaela, then be Eaton, Nick Sogard, and then Romy Gonzalez. I mean, bro, it's disgusting. What a bad ball club, man. Bichette's over 2. Barger went Yahtzee. Vladdy went Yahtzee. Guerrero over 2. Lucas 1 for 2. Bunch of walks to the bottom of the lineup, man. With 2 outs, score runs. Remember when Walker Buehler was that guy? Because he absolutely is not that guy anymore, not even close. 1-2 quickly. 1-2 quickly. You got the ball. He took a strike. Yeah, this is so toast. This is so toast. You get one more crack at it to push or W, but who's to say at this point that Tampa's not going to put up 5 spot? Excuse me, Toronto's not going to put up 5 spot. Buehler is dog. The Sox are dog. Let's see if we can get a little bit of life, but it doesn't. I mean, never say never, but with who's up in the lineup, way Lauer's pitching, the way that Buehler's pitching, walking in runs, all with 2 outs. 2-2. A working account. That's a start. Every time I've been looking at this, though, it's been a bad omen. So maybe I'm better off just not even staring at this. But with Pick the Odds going faster than even watching the game, I can stare at this all day, even though at this point it's sunk cost at this point. You're going to have some losers in your day, especially live, and especially when you're backing Walker Buehler in a short format there. Here's what the full game is. Still just plus 220. So that steam overall from the market that existed is not like going to die just yet. This was a Boston spot. We looked at it earlier where clear, and then that's the end of the 4th. That's the end of the 4th, top 5. Unfortunately, probably chalked, but all in the game. What's going on in Seattle? We have Jack Leiter pitching. We can look at some player props. Let's see if any live strikeouts. Client side art. We'll refresh there. And just like that, we're back. What's going on? What is going on? I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'll get it going again. Boston first 5. It's the only thing I played so far. Want to get in on Padres didn't get in. We are back. Let's share the screen and get back to it. And boom, just like that, we're back. White Sox, Giants, they're getting some stuff going. Yankees 7-0, putting the hurt on the A's. The Mets can't do anything. Phillies took the lead. That was a 1-0 game. Kremer got out of that, or is this now the top 6? Let's pull up this one. Kremer's got me 17 fantasy points, 4.2 with 6 Ks. That's beautiful. He just got out of that inning as well. How did they do that? Let's see what Mr. Kremer did. He got a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. Boom. Okay. Any Bolts or Tampa first 5 bettors? Sorry for your L there. Rockies, Brewers. We have that ARB for Chad Patrick. So don't care if he goes over or under. That was free money. Free upwards of $150 if you had, like a little bit over 2K to spend there. If not, whatever you have for your bankroll, you got some free money. I don't even want to look at this game, but I do. Let's go back to the EV. We'll do a quick EV. We'll sweat a little bit of that first 5 again. I'm going to call it for the stream. Beautiful day in New York. Beautiful hitting conditions all around in the US. Let's can pull up the overall market, but I would rather do it on my phone because I want to look at the EV quickly. But it doesn't look like it's a really big overslate so far. I mean, the Cardinals went off, Pirates went off, Yankees, but some other games still 0-0. Rain delay in Kansas City. That's that stoppage there. Jack Leiter versus Luis Castillo. White Sox, Giants battling. All right, let's go through the EV. Tennis for tomorrow morning, 4.5% at Fanatics. If you have a Fanatics account. The Paracard, I'm pretty sure is pretty good. I mean, obviously doesn't matter. This is a total game under 4.5% expected value. This is a good look there. That Houston first 5 money line is still alive and kicking on the EV screen. Oh my God, already top 2. So I'm calling that one chalked. If they score another, I'm not even going to pretend like Boston's going to pull this out. That one just ended. Not a lot, again, of EV with these live games. Good sports day overall, obviously, with some WNBA, I think 5 games, of course, some tennis, of course, MLB. But with everything kicked off, my personal EV calcs are not finding a ton of amazing stuff. Rivers here. We can pause under 11.5 for this game. I mean, I'm not touching this game. I clearly have the worst read on that, but I'm not going to cry over losing a couple of live bets, especially when it lost the way it did with 2 outs and nobody on to then let up freaking 3 runs to move the buddy over. Kelly's in the game, so the Boston's already made a pitching change in this one. Bueller is no longer in there, but doesn't look like it even freaking matters because they're on the doorstep anyway. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this Boston game, bro. The freaking Sox killing me a first 5. They had all the advantages you could have. We got great numbers at every spot along the way, but that is all in the game. And maybe I'm just trying to reverse jinx and pull out a miracle W, but I would not bank on it. Okay, fifth inning's over. As around first at Fanatics, 8%. That's probably a quick one. Under for the first 5, 2 outs, plus 330 to Sport Trade in Arizona. That's 112%. So what are we looking at price-wise here? Yeah, no longer available. I'm not shocked by that at all. That was definitely a very quick misprice that I could have got in. Sometimes you see those you can't even investigate. You either just ride it to the account or you pass it off. Taj, I mean, he's got to be pitching well. It's only 1-0, but the Rays bats are cool. Dean Kremer, my boy, who I needed a big fantasy day from, is doing what he's got to do. Let's do a little check on the odds screen and kind of wrap this one up. Had to stream a little bit later today, so we weren't able to get so many pre-games in. We got Vladdy against Zach Kelly, man. All right. Vladdy's already hit with the Pluto today. 2-0 count. They're probably pitching him cautiously. Springer over 2 on deck. I mean, it's only a 2-run game, as why we're seeing Boston with really like 250 at MGM. That's not a 230 for the Red Sox full game. First 5 though, 18-1, man. Am I sprinkling a little bit more on that? No, because they're going to score right now. That's probably not even going to drop a ton if they don't score, I would assume. So I don't think the 18-1 is worth it, especially when, again, we've already kind of exposed there. 2-2 count. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. That's no bueno. 3-2. Nobody even hanging it. Nobody even hanging it. Only books. Oh, we're back. Come on, one pitch. One pitch, Zach Kelly. Let's see the ZB, how it's been so far. I'm confused. Zach Kelly pitching. Bichette double. Ground out, and he walks George Springer. Oh, Mets put one on the board. How'd the Mets go on the board? Probably a solo jack by the look of it. Brett Beatty gets out, and Luis Torrens with a home run. Leave it to the Mets to hit an unnecessary home run. I mean, if you're a Mets backer, I'm hoping they pull off a crazy comeback. O's are getting after it. The Reds are applying some pressure here. I guess they're not. Into a double play, I'm assuming. Yep. Double play. Trevino and Steer. Get a Lux walk, a Lux strikeout, Steer walk, DP. And now the Padres are much bigger favorites than when we were looking at them for a hot sec, but did not, unfortunately, get the chance to get in there. I don't even know why I'm wasting my breath with this Boston red hot garbage. Let's see Cup Stros. What's going on here? We've seen a lot of value on first 5. That's probably gone now. That's just the 5th inning. I went first 5. Yeah, this was like minus 120 at one point. Unfortunately, slow to the draw. How's Tyone doing? 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 Ks. So doing well. See how he gets through this one if you can. Cubs, I mean, both these teams have slumped a little bit. They've had a good series so far with one team heating up in each night. The Astros offense, man, they really can just slow down. 1-0 count. Who's up? Lucas after the Springer walk. Oh, the Red Sox, man. The Red Sox. 1-1. If you're down 2, I mean, because again, 2 is a push. This isn't 3-way, so I would not be too upset about that. One, 2. We have momentum. Don't want to even jinx that because it's dead wager anyway. But we'll sweat the bottom of this half if we even get there. If they put up another one, I'm doing an ARB check for the boys to recoup. I'm doing an EV check, and I'm going to call it. But if not, I'm doing the ARB and EV check anyway, and we'll sweat the rest of that half inning. But I don't even know if we'll have a chance to sweat anything, considering that the Red Sox stink. Only a couple books hang in the first 5 anyway for Boston. You know, pricing-wise, obviously, end of the day, the win is the most ideal situation. But and when it's live, everything is crazy. But we did get in at good points. So it's a little battle here, 2-2. Let's see. Ball fouled off, too. So it looks like he's on the ball at least. All right, I'm going to hope for some good news. Let's just look for some ARBs. Oh, we have a good one right here. 5.3%. All right, boys. Free money right now. Pick the odds. You have an We'll see how quickly this moves, but if you click this functionality, it'll load the bet slip at both sports books. It tells you exactly what you want to bet to make exactly how much here. We'll raise the stakes a little bit. A free 110.89 if you have almost $2,100 ready to go. At Kelsey Plum over 19.5 points at BetMGM if you bet $1,000. And you also bet under 19.5 points at plus 102. This is a 5.3% ARB at both of these books. Click this button, it pulls it up. This is why PTO is amazing. You wouldn't be seeing this if you're on the free version because I just wanted to play it just in case it's gone. It might be gone. No. Unfortunately gone. Unfortunately gone. But we could have we saw the functionality earlier. We definitely got one in earlier, so that was nice. So I know what we're walking away with Bulls is something. If we didn't put everything on Boston, which we absolutely should not have, actually kind of depends on your unit structure there. Yep, that's over. That's chalked. All right, one more run through the EV. We'll try to find one more play, hopefully for a pregame, so we can come back and sweat that after the fact. But this is going to be the last run through. And again, if you guys have not already tried picktheodds.app, go to picktheodds.app, sign up for a free account, and you can do all of these things that I'm doing absolutely for free. Customize your own EV, find risk-free arbitrage, sweat games live, and it's really an amazing tool. 3.5% minus 135. Bubic, Trevino. This is a good bet. I'm going to lock that in. Pulling up ESPN right now. ESPN was slow to get the bet slip, but this is expected value. So this is a good play, and I know it's never fun fading LAD, but that's a good one. All right, maybe we can find one more before we call it, but that is something worth looking at. And Orioles are getting to the Rays there. A lot of lives, as we know. Some good EV on the lives. Let's get out of it, so maybe we'll just sweat it at this point. We might as well. So we'll just sweat that. This will be the last EV check for my calcs. Of course, and ideally you're betting everything and anything because that's the whole point of expected value betting. But for the content and banter, we are stopping, picking and choosing spots. Padres are putting a little bit of pressure on the Reds. Seattle first 5 money line. Where'd that one go? Already flying away. Some of these edges, man, are just so short-lived. It's not a PTO is as fast as it comes, but of course the books are moving, and you got to be quick with the decision making and the clicking, as well as having, of course, accurate calcs. Padres moved them over. Cubs getting, Astros getting a little bit of base runner action there. We'll wait to see when the we got some time here. We're on that plus 1.5. We got some good positive expected value there for KC. All right. Let's torture ourselves. Still in a delay, so I'll click out quick. But who we have due up? Last out for Boston was Rafaela. So we have Eaton, Sogard, Gonzalez. The score 3 to tie, 4 to give us a miracle W. Might as well look at, they're not even flip. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised if it's hanging such bad odds, but the fact that, and even what is this? Betano, that's a little bit crazy. Considering where we got in a better situation, and where the prices were at this point, I guess there really is no point of even hanging it. If you're on Fliff and I guess looking for a crazy sweat, like sure, but that's just not good process. It's 1-2. It's 1-2. I have no hopes, by the way. Just want to make it clear that this isn't even like an attempted reverse jinx or like highly hoping, or I still feel strongly like this is the opposite. This is like doom watching. This is like purposely putting yourself through a little bit of torture to build some character. See the full game at this point. I mean, I'm not really interested at all, but just to check out pricing. Kalshi with the best number. Penny with a pretty strong number there. Obviously 10K on the money line, live liquidity. Profit X with some good liquidity. I mean, excuse me, no vig. Profit X a little bit less. We've got a battle. This doesn't change in a minute, which normally means fouling off some pitches. Just saw that 2-2. So we have a 2-2 count. If we get a runner on, that's the start of the train. You can't score a run without getting, at least the ball in play. Ideally, we get some base runners, though. Solo homers kill rallies, and instead we get a strikeout. Let's see if Houston did anything with their chances here. Out of curiosity. Nope. Looks like they ran to a DP. We had a strikeout, a pop out, a reach on an error, a steal, a strikeout, and they're just striking out. So Jameson Taillon is doing his best to screw me in fantasy, which is okay because I have a little bit of a lead here. He's got 4 Ks now and 3 after what that's went there. He's pitching really well, but at least Kremer's pitching well for me, and Lauer is shutting down a dog shit lineup like probably anticipated realistically. I mean, I guess not, considering where the market went. It was very close, and then it ended up closing with Boston getting a lot of that late steam, and there's a lot of game left, of course. But there's definitely not a lot of first 5 left. That's an undeniable fact, unfortunately. 1-1 count. I'm just setting myself up for even more disappointment. Guardians, this one's finished. Cardinals laid the wood on Cleveland. Yankees are laying the wood on the A's. Good game going on in Atlanta. Orioles looking like they're trying to get there. Oh, we got a double. All right, so we're not dead. We are not dead. Let's see how which side of the Chad Patrick Arb is going to cash. Doesn't matter which one does, but 3 innings, 2 hits. We got a pitch count update here. Let's find a pitch count. 5K, so his count has to be decently high, unless he's just being super efficient. Nope, 63 pitches. So probably the under, though it does not matter because that's the beauty of a risk-free arbing. 0-1 count. Who's batting? Sogard hit the double. Eaton was called out on strikes. Sogard double. Now we're at the top of the lineup. So if it's not now, it's never. It is never. Romy Gonzalez, Roman Anthony, and Rob Schneider, which is probably the grossest 1 through 3 I've ever uttered out loud, besides probably the Rockies. And at some point, I was going to say maybe the A's, but no, the White Sox probably, and the Rockies, White Sox, maybe at times the who am I thinking of? The Marlins. They probably have some of the grossest ones. Chicago still could hit. How's Fromber doing? I'm assuming dealing, of course. Is he getting the Ks or 4 strikeouts? Yeah, Fromber's just doing Fromber stuff, man. What an animal. 0-2 count. Ready for 0-3. Or are we going to get a little 2-strike knock? And then we can get a Roman Anthony game-tying dinger. That would be exciting, but not banking on any of that noise. Gonzalez strike swinging, fouled one off. So that's not an ideal start with a run around second. Takes one off the dish, probably a waste pitch. Could be close. Who knows? If we can get like a full-blown tracker like Real has, if PTO added that would be absolutely insane. Bases juiced for the Padres. How'd they get here? Sheets single, Iglesias single. They bunted them over. Barlow came in. sacrifice, fly, arise, walk. And now who is batting again? We have Machado with the bases juiced, 2 outs with Barlow on the bump, 0-1 count. This is big for any Padres or Reds bettors. This is a massive point of the game right here. Okay, we're still battling. 2-2. Probably fouled off a couple pitches. We were gone for a little bit there. Romy taking strike foul. So he's fouling off some pitches and a couple of balls. So he's battling at least. He's doing his best to at least give us a sweat in this first 5. See what's going on. Phillies, Braves. Strider's still going strong. He's losing, unfortunately. Who's pitched for Philly today? I missed it. Strider has 2 earned, 3 walks, 3 Ks. So he's not like dealing, which he hasn't been at all. And oh yeah, Ranger Suarez, 8 Ks. Oh no, that's who I'm playing in fantasy as well. He's dealing. Are we still battling? What happened? We have a double. Boys, we are not dead. We are not dead. That's a 2-strike double from Romy Gonzalez, RBI. After a battle, down 0-2, fouls off, takes 2, fouls off. I'm assuming that next pitch was that RBI dub, which is amazing. And now we're up to the kid and Schneider. Tough to get the double play with a runner on second, but knowing the Red Sox and how freaking undisciplined they can be at times, I would not be shocked. But Romy Gonzalez, all right. We are not dead. We're officially not dead. It's a long one, long shot, but we are not dead. And as long as you're in the race. Oh, damn. Suarez is 19 for my fantasy opponent. He's got 5 from Class A too. This one's coming down to the wire. I need my bats to wake up. I still got Bobby who's kicking off. All right, so it looks like that game is starting. Still got Shonenwell, CJ Abrams, and James Wood to go. And he's got Javi, McKinstry, Edman. So I should have this one. But should doesn't mean anything, of course. Freaking fantasy baseball is so frustrating. I love it so much. All right, 1-1 count. We're working it. We're working it, kid. Let's do it. Let's do it, Roman. Let's put together a QAB. Or maybe put one over the fence. I'll take a push, man. I'm not greedy. What the Padres do. Manny did not do anything. Let's go to the play-by-play. Machado pops out to the catcher. You know Manny was heated after that, popping out to the catcher, knowing Manny. 1-2 for Roman. I mean, the other bat for Schneider or for Gonzalez. It's down 0-2 hole. Let's go, kid. Let's have the kids be kids. Tie it up. Put one into the seats. Took a strike. Laid off one and took a strike or fouled off a fastball. It's only just a 91. Lauer, man. Get in the weight room, lefty. I know you got that deception, but not hurling. Next up, we got Schneider, Navarez, Story. Let's see. Let's see if anybody's even hanging the first 5. Nah. No one's even hanging. Oh, we have a runner on. Is that an HBP? Maybe a little catcher interference or something? How did that get there? Because that was a 1-2 count. 84 pitches, so they might go to the pen. Anthony's a lefty. I don't know what Navarez is. Schneider is. I think he's a righty. But Roman Anthony, how do you put a ball on play? Nobody moves. It could be an error. Could be a hit by pitch. Could not have been a walk based on the pitch script there. Could have been a catcher's interference. Could have been a third strike that got away, and the runner just didn't advance. A single but no advance? Really? Really? I need to see a clip of that. A single, no advance, unless this is lagging, which is possible, though I doubt it. How do you single no advance? Was it hit so hard he had to freeze, and then by the time he didn't freeze, maybe it was hit the left? Is that what happened? Yeah, it says the deep left field, though I can't imagine it was that deep. Interesting. All right, now we are in a unique position because with one Schneider swing, this whole entire thing can have been turned on its head. So oh, they're going to Yair Rodriguez. All right, Lauer is still on the hook for me fantasy-wise for these 2 runs, but they're going to Rodriguez to get out of it. I'm not surprised. All right, we'll come back, but we are somehow have a pulse, family. We somehow have a pulse. Let's see the first 5. Anyone's even hanging it now. I mean, bro, obviously a lot of stuff can happen, but at the end of the day, we could sit here and say that we're holding an 8-1 or a plus 800 Boston money line ticket for the first 5 when the market average is 383. Of course, not a ton of market even putting out lines there, but we did something. We did something. It would be frustrating. Of course, you bet the 124, the 390, and the 800, but you know, we've seen crazier things happen in this sport, man. Baseball is always has tricks up their sleeve. This one start. It did. Okay. Ohtani got out. I'm assuming he's leading off today. It takes a little bit to populate a little bit of time there for the live data. So, I mean, this live data immediately, but for the box score, so we'll let that come in. But assuming Ohtani's at the top of that order and got out, this is in between innings. Rodriguez probably hasn't thrown a pitch just yet because they're a little bit of a bullpen action there. But the Sox are never saying die for this first 5 ML, and I'm going to be so mad when they come back and actually win the whole game money line. That's going to be so frustrating. But it's all in the game. Rockies, Brewers. I've seen a lot of EV to the over here. Of course, there's a lot of game left, but that not being the game script currently, Chad Patrick is doing all right. 5 Ks. Rockies. Who started? Marquez. Okay. 2 walks, 2 Ks. Okay. Now we have double play set up here, which is also just going to kill me when they ground to a double play. But we take an 0-1. Who's in the box right now? We have Navarez, right? Oh, Willer Abreu pinch hit. Okay. So, okay. Some more context to the game. We have the Eaton strikeout, the Sogard double, the Gonzalez double, the Anthony single, the Lauer switch, and now we have Abreu in the box for Schneider. So Abreu is up with a 2-0 count, and then Navarez is up after Abreu. Okay. That's some good context there. We sweat, boys. We absolutely sweat. Anyone have the Nuggets to even hang this line anymore? Just bet on them. 215, man. I mean, obviously one swing can be a ground ball that ends up screwing us because it's a roll 2. But hopefully Abreu is a guy who puts in the air. I'll look at his batted ball profile. Not that it matters, but I'll pull up my other screen here. Let's see. Is Abreu somebody who is going to put a ball in the air for us? He has a good barrel percentage, 79th percentile for barrel. Bat tracking. It's been 2-0 for a hot sec, man. Maybe stepping off, throwing over. Who knows? Maybe we have an update coming. Good bat speed. Good bat speed. Let's see. His launch angle this year is 23.6. So he's putting the ball in the air. That's a good thing. That is a career high for Abreu. But looks like he sacrificed in some way, shape, or form, which is not the end of the world, as a matter of fact, because now we have 2 guys in scoring position. Hopefully anything in the gap or on the ground that gets through can score them. Obviously, Boston's got the, crazy park there. Abreu, of course, didn't do anything so special. Let's see. Who is up now? Navarez. 1-0 count. All right, so we'll see exactly what happened to Willer. But we sweat this. Navarez went yard, but it was against Lauer, who is, of course, not in the game anymore. But let's he just popped out to shallow infield to Vladdy, but the runners moved over. I'm guessing there was a double steal prior because that shallow infield, that'd be an infield fly rule. So they must have moved over pre that pitch, which is cool. Carlos Navarez. How do you spell his name? Oh, it's Narvarez. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Not the kind of guy you love in these situations. Only 52, 52nd percentile hard hit, 66 barrel, which is actually pretty decent. 13.4% launch angle. We need I mean, we could take a hard hit ball on the ground, but instead we take an L. They gave us a shot. Boston gave it a run for their money. But unfortunately, did not be able to come in clutch for the boys. But that was a fun stream. We got in a free ARB, $100+ so if you had the bankroll for it. Fun sweat there with Boston first 5. We also locked in KC plus 1.5, minus 135. So we're all going to be sweating that together. Hopefully, let's see if we'll see what ends up going on here. Don't know exactly what happened, but let's just check the spread to see if there's better pricing now for anybody who wants to get in. Who's late to stream and missed that. KC plus 1.5. No, it's minus 194. We got minus 135. So hopefully that ends up being a winner. Break even on the straights and the risk-free ARB, aka a profitable stream as always. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Picktheodds.app. 100% free. Play around with it. It's the best positive EV arbitrage real-time odds screen. It's also very affordable on the premium plans. If you want the full review of Pick the Odds, go to betsmart.co. We also have reviews on every sports betting tool that we've gone through, like 30. We have a backlog ready to go. We're going through every sports betting tool to help you find the right ones for yourself. Pick the Odds is absolutely one for anybody who is into positive EV, arbing, and real-time odds or wants to learn more about it. So thank you, Pick the Odds, for sponsoring. Betsmart.co. Fill out our quiz. We'll send you personalized tool recommendations. Read our reviews and watch our content. We're cooking. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you guys next time.